All praise to the Most High, cause He saved me. All praise to the Most High. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I'ma keep running this way I'm raced up, and I'm really blessed and I'm highly favored. Oh Lord. Gotta get rid of all the fear and the doubt. Jesus, yeah, I love you and I wanna make you proud. And I'm in a struggle, yeah, I need you right now. Holy Spirit, yeah, you here right now. Oh Lord, I know you hear me when I call. I felt your presence, then I dropped down to the floor. And it's crazy how you love me with my flaws. I give my life to you, Lord, I will give it all. Oh Lord, I was living life in.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been about 7 days since I posted a video. You know, work has been pretty busy. There's a lot of changes within my work center. So because of that, haven't been posting on YouTube for the past week or so. I do my best this week to get back to posting daily. I do miss it, and I miss putting out content out there. But yeah, I wanted to update you guys on how my trading is going so far in the month of May. So as you can see, I have TradeZella pulled up. As you can see, so far, it has not been a good month for me at all. I'm currently on a losing streak. I've been losing like back to back to back. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's wild because like in my trading combine, like I said, I passed my combine in dang near 3 days, and it's just like as soon as I pass my combine, it's like boom, a losing streak just hits me out of nowhere. And I haven't been on a losing streak in a long time, like in a few months. So the fact that the losing streak hit me right when I started my funded account, it's just like, bro, what the heck? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's a big humbling moment for sure. I don't know. It's like a range of emotion. Just like I would say right now, currently, I'm feeling like disappointed, frustrated, discouraged, humbled. There's this thing that says, people always says the market is against me, which isn't true. The market is pretty neutral, but right now it does feel like the market is against me. I'm just like, bro, like it seems like the market knows I got funded, and as soon as I get funded, it's just losing streak just hits me out of nowhere. So I know that's not true. It's just, when you're currently going through a losing streak or a tough period in trading, those thoughts tend to pop up, But I'm trying to just persevere through it. So far, we're in week 4. So my percentage losses for the week, a month, it's not bad. Like I said, I'm risky 1% per trade. So 1%, this is like commission, like 1%, decreased risk a lot. Took 2 trades and lost less than 0.5%. So, my risk is managed good. It's more so, I don't know. I'm just not on the right side of the market. In Thursday's trade, I'll probably break it down, but Thursday's trade, I was in a long, this is a long position. I was in a long, the price stopped me out in manipulation, and then price went on to hit my TP. I think this day I missed out on about $1,300 in this trade. And then same here. The first trade I took today, I'll go into it in a minute, but it was a loss. I was trying to short. I was trying to take a counter trend position, which is not in my trading plan. Turned out to be a loser, and then I realized, like, hey, what am I doing trying to short when I only do pro trend trade? So I took a long, and again, I was targeting the previous weekly high. Price stopped me out in the middle of manipulation, and price went to my TP. I'm just like, bro, it's like, it's just like, I don't know. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been real tough trading lately. But I just got done with my daily journal. So now I'm about to go ahead and go into the trade of the day. So trade number 1. Just open it up and see. I think into this trade in like 15-minute time frame. Okay, it's not moving right now. I'm not sure why. But let's go ahead and go over the stats. So the stats. This trade was a bad trade, and why? Well, first, my risk was bigger than my risk in this trade was bigger than my reward. I be stuttering sometimes a lot. Sorry. So let's go over the stats. So we have 1 hour order flow was bullish, daily directional bias, bullish, emotions during trade, anxious, trade management. I set my TP. Pre-market routine, I failed to complete that this morning. Today was my duty day. I work in the Navy, so I had to be on the ship earlier than usual. So I don't know, I kind of like was doing a lot this morning to the point where I didn't even have time to do my pre-market routine. Or let me rephrase that. It's not that I didn't have time. It's just that I didn't make it a priority. So with that being said, I do take full accountability for that. Emotions before trade. So I was disappointed, nervous, on edge, and frustrated. Why? Because I already knew from the get-go, like, hey, I'm breaking my trading plan currently. Because I entered this trade at 8, I think it'll show, but I entered this trade like at 8:30 in the morning. My trading time window is 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I entered this trade an hour earlier than I should have. So just because of that alone, like I was like, frustrated myself. Emotions after the trade, I was low confident, discouraged, disappointed, frustrated. We didn't have any news today. Daily cycle was bullish. Mistakes that I made, it was a counter trend. I executed outside of my trading time window, and I was risking more than I was than my reward, pretty much. I executed this trade on the 15-minute time frame, and that was pretty much the rest of it. So now, this is a picture I have of the trade. So as you can see, this is a bad trade. So bad trade. This is my short. I was in a short. It's like as soon as I was in a short, like price went against me. Had my stop loss above the POI, and I was targeting London lows. So look at my risk. I was risking $123 on this trade in my reward. That doesn't make sense. This should be flipped, if anything. I mean, it would be a 1-on-1, so still not as good of a trade, but it's like the fact that my risk was way more than my reward, or $10 more, it's just like still tells me this is a low probability trade, and I had no reason to be in this trade, honestly. So yeah, lost $79 today on my funded account. Now my notes. So briefly summarize the trade. So the idea behind this trade was for me to take shorts, and my intention was to target London lows. This trade is a 1-star for a few different reasons. One of those reasons is because I executed this trade at 8:32 a.m., which is outside of my trading time window. My trading time window, like I just mentioned, is 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So I was already breaking my trading plan due to time not aligning with price. Another mistake is that this trade was a counter trend position. There are no counter trend playbooks that I have, so there was no reason for me to be looking for shorts, knowing that the daily directional bias was bullish and 1 hour order flow was also bullish. I was too in my head thinking that I have to hurry up and get my account out of drawdown, that I let emotion take over logic. Result, almost pretty much $8 loss today. I went over that screenshot already. Market context, just mentioned that, but daily directional bias and 1 hour order flow was bullish. I was flowing against the stream of the river instead of with the stream of the river. So why did I enter here? I executed here because price had just got done with tracing into a M15 decisional OB, and that OB is here. So I saw price was starting to show intention away from that order block, and that's when I entered there. So price had just got done with tracing into an M15 decisional OB, and from my perspective, it looked like bearish intent was coming into play. I saw that the nearest pool of sell-side liquidity was London lows, and that's where I was trying to take my profit. Was timing correct? No, because I entered before the New York Stock Exchange opened. I did one contract in this trade, risking less than 1% of my account. My stop loss placement was above the POI, but honestly, this trade didn't make any sense because my risk was bigger than my reward, even with one contract size. So honestly, I had no reason to be in this trade. It didn't make any sense to take this position. Why did I exit here? I closed my position early once I noticed that I was on the wrong side of the market. Trade rating, 1 star. What went well? Nothing went well today at all whatsoever. What could have been improved? My risk management, trading within my correct time window, and high probability trades, i.e. pro trend trades. And then last but not least, completing my pre-market analysis before the New York Stock Exchange opened. That way I I be prepared for the trading day. I'm really a big believer on preparing before your trading day. If you don't prepare before the day, if you don't do your pre-market analysis and you don't know what to look for, it's just like you can't hop in the market. And that's what I did today. And me knowing better, it's kind of why I'm even more disappointed in myself today. Because it's like I know these things, yet it's like I can't seem to follow my own advice right now. All right, trade number two. So after I closed that short position is when I took the long position, which also resulted in a loss. And as you can see, I entered somewhere here. I got taken out throughout manipulation, and then price when I hit my TP. So another very frustrating trade. But in regards to stats, pretty much it's the same. Bullish. Emotions during the trade, I was anxious. I set my TP. Pre-market routine did not complete that. Emotions before my trade, anxious, disappointed, nervous. Because at this point, I was chasing price. Emotions after trade, discouraged, disappointed, frustrated, low confident, no news on this day, bullish, mistakes that I made. I chased price. I didn't give my trade enough breathing room. Hence, why I got stopped out without manipulation. And then pretty much else, everything stays the same. Trending market, 15-minute time frames where I executed on. Didn't have any distractions. It's just, again, lack of preparation going into the trading day. Trying to do markups on my phone pretty much, which is not good. It's not recommended. Confidence level before the trade, it was low. During the trade, it was medium. Last night, I slept pretty good. So my sleep didn't really impact anything. I slept pretty good last night. I think, my biggest mistake comes from just a lack of preparation. That's really where all this stems from today. Okay, now let me go to my. I didn't have a screenshot for this one here, but my notes. So this trade was my second trade of the day and was also another disappointment. I executed this trade with the intention of making back my losses, and once I realized that I was in the wrong for executing shorts in trade number 1 of the day, is when I decided to execute on longs. I executed the trade and then closed, the chop step X. I checked on the trade a few times after executing, but I eventually ended up closing it for good. Some time went by, and I then opened top step X again, and that's when I saw my position got stopped out in the process of manipulation, just like that Thursday trade. I got stopped out due to manipulation, stop loss not being properly set, and then price went on to trade in my intended direction. London kill zone, Asian kill zone, and the previous week high was my target. They all ended up being taken. Really annoying, honestly. This trade alone wouldn't have got me to break even, but the almost $700 profit could have put my account not so close to the maximum loss limit like it is now. I didn't get any screenshots in this trade, so that's why this area is blank. Entry breakdown. So I entered this trade because I saw that price was expanding higher towards the upside, and I wanted to be a part of it. So this verbiage here, I wanted to be a part of it so that you know that at that point, emotions took over logic 100%. And I was no longer making logical decisions, but emotional decisions. I didn't execute due to my entry criteria being met. I executed due to emotions. I let my emotions get the best of me. Timing correct? Nope. I still entered prior to the New York Stock Exchange release at 9:30. I entered at 8:50. So time did not align with price. Position size, still 1 contract, risking less than 1% of my account because I don't have enough breathing room going into the trade to, risk, like 6 contracts, 5 contracts, for example. My stop loss placement didn't make any sense. I had my stop loss placement extremely close to my entry point because I wanted to reduce as much risk as possible. Hence, why I got stopped out again due to manipulation. Could I have held longer? Excuse me. Could I have held longer? So I put no. I would have rather not because my profit target was at the previous week high. And looking at the charts currently, once the previous week high was hit, is when price started to retrace lower, and I wouldn't have wanted to be completely out of my position. So No, I did not hold any longer, or I couldn't have held any longer. I rate this trade a 2-star. Why? Because everything didn't. I mean, the only thing that went well is that I was on the right side of the other market this time. But besides that, I mean, yeah, I'm not really content with this trade at all. Or any of the trades I took this week, honestly, so far. What could have been improved? Completing my pre-market analysis. That way I can be well prepared for the trading day. Trying to do pre-market markups on my phone an hour before the New York Stock Exchange opened, like I did today, is definitely not the way to go. That's number one. Still continuing to break my trading plan by trading outside of my trading time window. That's number two. Honestly, I don't even know, because I continue to make the same mistakes and it's starting to get really discouraging. So that is my trade recaps for the day. I wanted to be as transparent as possible with you guys. Like, again, yes, I know I'm not a bad trader. I'm a good trader, actually. It's just, I want it to be transparent with you guys. Again, on this channel, I'm going to document the highs and the lows. Like, I want to be as transparent as possible, not sugarcoating anything, no fluff, nothing like that, So it's just sad to say, it's like losing streaks happen, Getting discouraged as a trader, it happens. Being frustrated, it happens. Low confidence, it happens. I'm human, I'm not a robot. So, I have emotions, and it's important to feel those emotions. More than anything, to improve as a trader, it's important to journal. If I took those 2 losses today like I did, and I didn't journal anything, then what benefit am I doing myself? I really doing myself a disservice. But, if I continue to journal, in depth like this, and, have screenshots and tag the playbooks in it and document the stats, it's just like, over time, it will pay off, But so far, with these 2 trading losses here, let me look at my tops up. Yeah, so the maximum loss limit is $2,000. Right now, my account is down $1,984. So I'm roughly about $15 away from losing my funded account. They always say your first funded account, you're going to lose it, and I wanted to prove that statement wrong, but unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do so as far as this account here, but it's all good, At the end of the day, I'm still proud of myself. I hit a really big milestone 2 weeks ago, which was becoming a funded trader. So I'm still proud of myself for that. And now that I've crossed that barrier, my next milestone for myself is to secure my first payout. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated on how everything goes as far as this account. As you can see, so far it is not looking so good. But again, I will keep you guys updated on everything. Besides that, I will talk to you all soon, and have a great rest of your week.